I don't know how much value I have in this universe, but I do know that I made a few people happier than they would have been without me. And as long as I know that, I'm as rich as I ever need to be.
Hey kid, what time is that?
It's time to refresh.
No, I can understand that, and as I say, I think if you think this big company like Ministries, like they're like this is going to work, this is going to go to a big audience, you're like, well, it can only be good for me. But in hindsight,
it probably set us on a maybe this is the route we're going down now, rather than keeping that little bit of edginess to a sound.
Yeah.
You're doing it because you're getting. That's when it becomes a job, innit?
Yeah.
You're doing it because you're getting paid.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't. And I'd never in a million years remix that particular tune ever. And it weren't cheesy, to be fair.
Go on then. This is another question, by the way. I'm intrigued. Right, I want to do what was. I think people enjoy this one. What was your favourite Bon Lee tune? Say before you break. Bon Lee tune.
Did you not ask me this last time?
Nope.
You asked me a bad tune, didn't you? I think. Did you ask Bon Lee tune?
I got an inbox after your episode saying you should have asked, so I'm going to ask you now.
I don't know. There's been a few tunes I think, right, that's a good tune, but sometimes I'll listen to a tune and I like the production on it, or what I don't might think that might be a better tune, but I just really like listening back to that.
I'm talking not production, anything like that.
Just
tune wise.
Best tune I've done basically.
No, from that era, from before you break.
I've slept a lot of time since then. I'd probably have to say. Oh, I'm trying to think. It's a long time.
You did one that I listened to. I don't know who played it, but I heard it recently, and I thought, oh wow, that's good. And it was I think it was a B side as well. On I think was it 5 4 3 2.
Oh, 5 4. That's probably one that was. Was on the was it on the same vinyl as Temple of Dreams, that one?
It's a B side to it, yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably say either Temple of Dreams or maybe that 5 4 3 2 1. But the funny thing about that 5 4 3 2 1, it's not my creation at all.
I know this. Yeah,
I've completely robbed that off someone.
Yeah,
I don't tell you. Did I say this on the last podcast?
I don't know, but I can't remember.
Basically,
I've done 80 episodes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Someone says to me all the time, it's like, wouldn't you said this? And I was like, did I say that?
Yeah, when I first got into Bounce, I was mixing on Atomix MP3, it was called. These always be beat matched. That's how I learnt the ins and outs of what needs to be played, whatever. And I just went on SoulSeek and I just typed in Club Mix with a KL and UBB. I was downloading all these tunes, not heard any of them. And there was this one tune, it was really badly made and it weren't mixable. And it had that exact riff, the donk and everything. So I just remade it. But that was me on. Everyone thinks I
did it ever reach out to you?
It's an original tune. No, because that it was like DJ Chico and Paquito or something like that. Some mad name like that. It must have been some like
Spanish lads.
Some Spanish lads that never just put the tune on SoulSeek. Because that's what I was looking for, Spanish, because that's how they used to write it.
Yeah.
So I was banging into like the pitch records. It's like pitch record.
Yeah.
I was banging into that. That's my favourite era of music for me.
Class.
Probably because that's why I learned to mix. So.
You're looking at it nostalgically.
Yeah,
because some of them tunes are badly produced, aren't they?
But if you listen to my style, I would say that you could.
You can tell.
I'm heavily influenced by that Spanish sound.
Yeah.
Even though probably a lot of people probably think, Blondie like playing loads of vocals, which I do. But that type of tune, the bumping like 2002 to 2005 era, I love it.
I know. You can tell as well, like in your.
Yeah, I've robbed loads of the riffs.
Yeah.
Because I can't make a riff.
You even robbed the full. You've robbed that.
Robbed the full tune.
Robbed the full tune. Yeah. Fucking hell. We'll get on to that. Right. So Bon Lee of since you came back to.
Now, what's my best tune?
I want to get some clarity as well because somebody inboxed me saying this. Right. Do you know what I mentioned on my episode about you coming up to Cumbria? Saying and you came, was that your time when you were coming back around that time?
Back August 2018, mate.
Yeah.
I was like, you were saying the dates, so like not 2018 that in my head because I thought that was that because when it for Chris Pears, weren't it?
No, before that, mate.
Cumbria.
Yeah. See, you can't even remember
one of your tunes. Well, when I played one of your tunes.
Oh, you haven't listened to the full episode then because I talk about getting you up. I got you up in 2016.
Oh, that were 2000. Yeah, that were.
In GL3.
Were it Mad Friday?
Yeah. See.
Yeah, but not that. Did I play one of your tunes then?
No, that was another time. That
No,
was
you give me one of my own tunes to play.
yeah. Top loading all over it.
Top models.
Yeah, top models.
I was going through my records actually yesterday. It's in the test press for that.
Yeah, so it was. He messaged me the day before the event saying, "Bit of an odd request. Have you got that tune of mine?" I'm like, "Why have you not got it yourself?" No, but
yeah, that was 2016. I hadn't come back by that point. That was just like a random bucket. We're doing it.
Yeah.
I think, like 2017, I started to get a couple more off out, but I was just playing classics. I just got bored of playing classics.
Yeah.
Been playing this for fucking years. I've had enough of it.
Yeah.
Not that I had enough of it. I still liked it. It's just like
you need something to reignite you.
I did need something to reignite, and then I think I decided, right, I'm going to make a do of this again. But even then, it took me fucking months to do it.
Yeah.
Yanis sent me a load of tunes, and then he showed me these hot cues, and that's when I was like, I fucking like this.
Yeah,
different because beat matching was just like press play. You can see the BPM counter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Not that I don't need it, obviously, but like you see it, it's in it. You know what I mean? It's what I don't want to stand there for like 4 minutes now. Like it's boring, innit?
Yeah.
So that hot cues sort of give you a new lease of life a bit. Something to sink my teeth in a bit more, because DJing is a skill in it, and if you just like stood there and your skills took 10 seconds, and it's not really a skill, is it? You know what I mean? The actual,
it's become an automated thing.
Yeah,
like
the practical side of it. Obviously, it's DJing a club. There's a lot more to it, and the reading a crowd and stuff like that.
I wanted to ask as well, because I don't know the timeline that well. I have obviously done my research because I'm dead good at that. Do you know?
Well, if you're doing research,
there's no way of finding this out. So don't start.
Point coming on.
Right, I do my research. People want to know the story. When you came back around that time, right? Obviously, from what I can gather, you came back as just Bon Lee. It wasn't a bad thing.
No, we come back as band, didn't we? I think I said to Chris,
it was so close together on the time.
Yeah, it was, because that 2018 Chris Purrs. I think I'd put a mix out. The new, the old, the bad.
Yeah.
That was the first mix, and that was like July, August. I think it was August 2018. I said to Green, I said we should have a do, and I think I got a new PC, and I made in the end.
Yeah.
And then a couple of weeks later, we done the first bad one. And obviously, like I just thought, right, we'll just sort of kick on from where we left, sort of thing. That's what I thought in my head.
See, this is where the timeline I couldn't figure it out in my head, because obviously there's a lot of stuff that you have just talked about rather than put out.
Yeah, so I just thought like, I'll send 2 people my tunes, I'll be like, we'll get him back on, and it wasn't like that. I was like, so I brought down back to earth quite quickly, to be honest with you. Rightly so, because if you fucked off of 2018, I'd probably say 2000. I'd probably say 2011, 2012. I think that's when I sort of like stopped putting the effort into finding new tunes and stuff like that. So what's that, 6, 7 year? You're not putting the effort in for 6, 7 years. You can't expect to be like, here's a booking.
The thing is, a lot of people do expect it now because it's like a nostalgic
but
act,
now
isn't
it's
it?
probably took it's 2023 now. I probably had the busiest year. That took 5 years.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've been all right for the past few years anyway as well. But like,
but you've been proactively, yeah. So I've asked you this. I want to ask you what in your opinion, you've released a hell of amount of tunes as well as bad since your last episode. What's been like the tune for you since you came back where you thought, fucking get in there? Like this as bad, I'm asking.
That's really gone off, like
where you're like, this is fucking good. This like,
I really liked the Y tune that we did last year.
The what?
Y tune. It's Anna.
Oh yeah.
That for me is probably my favourite tune we've done. I like this is gonna go off this, and then it doesn't. But you know, that's
the amount of times that you do that, it's like.
We had a bit of a running joke like, this is the one. This is the one that's gonna go off, and then they never did.
Yeah.
I think though, to be fair, like when we first come back, we did Summer Dreams of Love, Hanging Tree, and Pumping Paradise, and all them 3 tunes one after the other.
Yeah.
And they all went down
massively
really
well.
Really well, and then after that, it's sort of like curtailed off a bit. Lockdown didn't help us, so we were starting to get a bit of momentum, and then it just went through shit.
I was on at Bounceland in Home and HQ. I was on, and then you were on after me, and when you came on, and you played like Summer Dream of Love, as you say, Pump Paradise, all them tunes, you can tell that they were like the three that you named there were hot tunes of the time. Like
yeah, they were. I think probably what happened with that is like they were all. I think all three of them are Greeny's ideas. I'm pretty sure they all were. Yeah. So he probably had these ideas festering for years. These really good ideas, and then we've done them.
Yeah.
And then we're not really good ideas. That's why we have a break for 6 years.
I've been and gone. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I remember them three stick out distinctively of like the new bad sound, because there were three they sounded different as well. Like Summer Dream of Love didn't even sound remotely similar to Pump in Paradise, for instance.
No, they were all three different. Yeah, that's what I mean.
And it was like
I think we were just trying to find a sound really.
Yeah.
I think we sort of found it when we did a remix of Patience.
Yeah.
So we sort of had a sound with that, but you couldn't do it every time.
Yeah.
Because it wouldn't work.
To be honest with you, one tune that you lot done, and I thought, fucking hell, this will be big. And I thought, and it really, he never done. I'm not saying it didn't do much, but it nowhere near what I thought. Do you know something this could blow up? When you did the cover of Through the Darkness. Yeah,
that would have won. This is gonna be.
That breakdown was so good.
Yeah, it's
her vocals as well. She done it justice. Like
I think she's really good. I think she's a really good vocalist, mate.
She's got that Italian vocal sound to her, isn't it?
She's Italian.
Oh right, no, but she's got that vibe where English isn't her first language, but it adds a little character to it.
Yeah, I really like it.
I do.
Yeah, I do. And as well, because no one else is using it, sort of like if it's her own sound again.
You're giving out too much information as well. She's not Italian.
You won't find her because we changed the name as well. So. What's it called? Through the Darkness as well. Well, one of them was it was like when we listened to it, like this is really well made as well. Like we've done really well.
It's a good tune,
because obviously it's got the vocals and it's got the lead, but then it's got like I can't even remember what there's got another sound in it. It's like getting all them to work with each other, and not clash with each other. It's not easy, is it?
Yeah. You used the virus on that, did you? No, it's just because with the lead you can tell.
I think we did, because I remember going through it and I'm like, that sound we used to use it on one of the old tunes.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure. I think that was the tune. I think we used to use the virus all the time when we come back. We stopped using it when he saw his Peter. I can't even remember, to be honest with you. Everything muddles up, doesn't it?
Yeah. But there's a distinctive sound there. I'm like, that's off the bat. You can just tell.
Yeah, I think that's one of them tunes because it wasn't a distinctive donk.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? If we put, I said it at the time. Actually, I said that needs a donk remix.
Charlie's remix is really good as well. Charlie
have you heard Phil did one as well, like 160 BPM one. I'm sure he did.
Yes, it got released as a separate release, so didn't it?
Yeah. Charlie's is really good. Charlie's a really good producer, but he's not like predominantly donk, but I like his. It's just really nice
melodies and that.
Yeah, there's well made music in it.
It's he said something online. I'm sure he's like deaf in one ear as well, and I'm thinking, fucking hell.
Be fucking panning anything then.
No, but yeah. And there's like a baby crying on one of them, and you can't hear it because the pan to the left. No, but what I mean is though, even still, that
is some like tuned ear, that isn't it?
Because tuned ear, one ear,
one ear, yeah.
And it's like it's great that the fact of like he's one of the when I listen to bounce music, he's one of the better produced tracks, and it's like
I'd say he's well up there.
And he's doing what he'd want to hear, what people can't do it too.
It'd be like music production wise.
Yeah.
He's in top 5 for me easily. Definitely.
He's good. He's very good. Right, we'll move on. That was totally went off on a tangent.
I actually didn't even answer the question either about the new Bon Lee track either.
Yeah, go on then.
I don't know.
Go on.
I actually don't. I don't know.
I find myself this is take this as a compliment because it is, by the way, because I don't. I'm not going to say it's not a compliment, but I find myself that I find it easier to play sets when you're not on. Do you know that? Like that's no. Like,
thanks.
No, because
stop booking me, everyone.
No, because for instance, I'm going through my USB when I'm playing, and I'm like, because I don't plan sets or anything like that. I just put everything in a big folder and I'll have like subcategories of this is classics, this is new, this is, do you know what I mean, vocal, hard, etc. And I'll be like, that tune, this is a tune. And I'm like, fucking hell, Bond's playing, so I can't play it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's either a bad tune or it's a Bond lead tune.
Yeah.
Like, we were at Cantina and I was scrolling through and I thought, this is a tune. And then I was like, oh no, I think Bond's just played it. Oh, well.
I know, I played about 20 tunes like that as well, like, to be fair.
But I played, a few weeks before, I played in Electric Soup, right? And I knocked about 4 or 5 of your tunes out and I was like, Bond's not playing. No, don't take that the right to compliment.
No, exactly. I think as well, I'm probably a bit of a fucker because I like to play that what's good and about at the time, so I probably do fuck a few people up. But they could play it before me and fuck me up, so it is what it is, isn't it? Like I say, I'm like more bothered about making sure people are dancing. If you play the obvious shit, then you have to play the obvious shit. Like for tonight,
Anthem bashing.
Well, sometimes you got to, but sometimes you have to do that.
Yeah. So, just for those who don't know, tonight is the Mannequin Friends. It's time to refresh.
For that, tonight, I left my house at like 10:30 this morning. It's 10:20. I'm like, shit, my USB is not even sorted out. So I just went to a record box and I put about 30 tunes in the player. So I'm not gonna plan anything. I don't even know what my first tune is yet. Usually I go to a night and I'll write first 2 or 3. Yeah. Sometimes I might even plan it. Like that Cantina, I planned it sort of knew that it wouldn't be 100% bounce crowd. You'd have a lot of local people, so like I tried to play a lot of the bounce, but I knew that there'd be a lot of older heads that used to go to the Sank night, so I'd play a few older ones, but I knew to mix it up, and it worked. But if it didn't work, I would have just changed it, obviously. I'm
gutted about. I've got to call you out on this one as well. I stood there and fucking went round, recorded your full set brilliantly.
I've not even put a video out yet.
Yeah, you haven't even put the video out? No, I got so many good angles with that.
No, you know what? I've even got an excuse for that.
Yeah.
I'm just a lazy bastard.
No,
and you know what? I've been wanting to because I've been messing around with videos recently.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be doing the post production of it. Basically, what I've done, I've took the full set, my recording for it, and then I've even put the recording of the camera, the audio.
Yeah.
I've even put it over. I took all bottom end out, then you can get all the crowd over it. I've even got it all ready.
Yeah.
And I took a video out of it. I can't fucking remember what it was. I've just never gone back to it because I wanted to get loads of little reels for Facebook and TikTok and that.
You're just lazy.
Yeah, pretty much. I got one out for you.
Yeah.
I got your video and I got one for Farrell out as well. But I need to go back to it. But then, like, since I've been at my dad's the last few weeks, I've just been like, I'm making music.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get this Bounce in Your House mix sorted. I wanted to do this Bounce in Your House mix, but I wanted like 3 or 4 of my own tunes.
I don't know whether you've put it out publicly or not, that artwork, but wait and see that, have you?
Yeah, I put it out.
Artwork's fucking unreal, isn't it? Like, I love that little WWF.
I had to do it. I said, you know what, I've always had that in my head, that the In Your House thing, so I thought, you know what, I'm fucking doing it.
Excellent.
And I've still answered the question, and I'm not going to now, so let's move
Go on, just answer the question. I think I've said mine, but...
I don't know.
I apologise, by the way, I can't remember who messaged me, because, I mean, when did we do our last episode? It was a while ago.
You were like...
About 15 months ago or something?
Yeah, about May last year, weren't it?
Right, so, and they messaged me immediately after saying...
And I've still not answered it 15 months on, sorry.
It's alright. Question from... You've got a doubler from a couple. Cal asked a question, so this is Cal Hewitt. What is one thing you go back and do differently?
In music, I wouldn't have ever stopped.
You'd have carried on and just pursued through?
100%. That's my biggest regret.
And why is that?
Because, obviously, look at, like...
Do you think you'd be held in higher regard?
I'd hope so. Anyway, that's the reason why. Yeah. I look at obviously John, Nick. Can't think of anyone else off the top of my head, but they've done it. They stayed at the top.
Yeah.
And obviously, I don't want to say I was at the top, but I was more near there.
Yeah.
If I carried on just like making music, I would have been a miles better producer than I am now.
Yeah.
I wish, that's my only regret, to carry on.
Okay.
Because obviously, because I had a break for so long, I was working everything out again. because it was a new crowd,
Yeah.
new ways of doing it, new ways of mixing, new ways of keeping a crowd going, what they wanted and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It took me about 3 years to figure out, because when you DJ regularly, you can see it.
Yeah.
You can see it there if you like.
What works and what doesn't, yeah.
Yeah, but you're like DJing once every 3-4 months. It's hard to see, innit?
Yeah.
And if I went out, I like a drink, so I don't remember.
Yeah. And this question is from Leah, his missus. What was your favourite tune from his first ever set? And what was his favourite tune from his last set? So, your first ever DJ set, what sticks out to you?
My first ever DJ set, Crick.
Yeah. You talked about this on the first one, so go back and watch the first one.
Crick. My favourite tune that I played that night would have been TH Express, because it's my favourite tune ever, and I remember playing it and I was buzzing. My favourite tune from my last ever set.
So what was your last set? Was it?
What was my last set? Sank. My favourite tune I played then. Can't remember. That's a good question, that. Did I play any?
That is actually a really good question. Nice
It
one,
is,
Leah.
because I can't think. I'm trying to think what I played. I was like, I were in and out and straight back to bed.
Yeah.
I'd probably say either.
The anticipation is killer.
Yeah, either I played her tune actually. The
Changes. Was it?
no, not Changes. The one before that, the Alex remix.
Gotta Love.
No, the other one. In the beginning.
Yeah.
Is that what's that called?
No.
I know the start of the vocal. I really like Alex's remix of it. So I'd say either that or probably.
Look at that! Got a compliment off your own question. Fucking hell!
You fished
Clever.
I'll probably say Love Commandments, because even though it's my own tune.
Yeah, that seems to be going off pretty well.
It's gone down well. That bit.
Yeah, that's got the same type of energy in a club where like hype and buzz as. Do you know when you said you come back and you done some Dream of Love and
yeah,
so it's got that similar
I
type.
played it first time at Sanks. Obviously, I had to second guess myself. I'm like, is it good or not?
Yeah.
I only sent it a few people, and they're like, "Oh, it's really good." This it took me ages to get to a point with that tune where I was like, "Oh, actually, this sounds alright." I sort of like persevered with it, and then when I played it that song, I thought, "Fucking, hell, it went down alright." So
It did, yeah.
that's what I mean about the production. It's a nice feeling when it does go down well, isn't it?
Yeah. Next question is, when's the rematch with Easy for the title? And that's from John Guest. Are you going to do like some sort of follow up for that at all? Do you know?
I don't. We've talked about it.
Well, in that wrestling group, aren't we? So
Yeah, we have talked about it.
We could get
but,
going.
as we all know, wrestling is scripted, so I will just book myself to win. You will never get that title back.
Go, you call him out right now.
Fair, you never even had it. I just give you it as a prop for the video. It's mine.
Yeah. When he gets these 12-inch pythons around him, baby.
3-inch.
At best. So I'm going to move on to some of the questions that you missed out on the last podcast, if that's all right. So one I've been doing recently is, what's one pet peeve with the music industry that you don't like?
I don't want to sound bitchy, do I?
No, if it's a pet peeve.
I don't know. Some of it...
One that I've found recently, right, and didn't I say about this? I'm taking his pet peeve, but I don't care. Getting a booking, right, and it might be just a random booking somewhere that you've never been before, and they say there's like a green room or an area or whatever.
I love green rooms.
Yeah. But say like you go in, and I've noticed this quite a lot. I said before with Sank, there's a nice camaraderie and vibe to it. Going into a green room and people just completely disregarding you or being ignorant, like. Going in there and they've got their own conversation going, and they're just like,
yeah, I don't like
that.
Something I don't like. It might not be my pet peeve. It's just like, to me, I'm just a normal person, obviously, but like people that just, you do a bit of music, DJ, whatever, they get up their own fucking arse. I really don't like that. I mean, everyone can be a bit cocky, I suppose, every so often, but. Like people like, you're not good enough to speak to me, you're a peasant. Like, well, you've got a 9-to-5 job as well, mate. You're just a normal person. Don't like that. But as a pet peeve, I do. I don't know. You should really ask these questions before then.
Nope.
I can think of them.
No, because it's off the
Yeah,
back.
I don't know. Pass.
Pass. But yeah, that was one pet peeve that I picked up on recently. Going somewhere where you've been booked and you don't know the people on the lineup, and you turn up and some people are just a bit like, who's this guy?
Yeah, because I'm quite friendly, mate. I'll speak to anyone.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm quite easy to get along with.
Yeah.
So,
Well, like when we went to wrestling at Wembley, it's like you just bump into people and we just have a crack. Like,
yeah,
do you know what I mean?
I'll talk to anyone. Really.
I
As
find
long
that,
as someone who's not a dick.
Yeah, Lado from fucking Baltimore in Maryland, when we bumped into him, he was wearing all the title belts around him.
Oh,
that?
yeah.
And I just stood and had a conversation with him and like proper asked him his life story.
Yeah, that's a normal thing.
That could have been a podcast if it was recorded. But I'm like that type of person. Like I'm so reserved that like if there's a lot of people there, I'll just be like, all right, how's it going?
See, if I've had a drink, I'm quite excitable.
Yeah, you talk to everyone.
I
Yeah,
talk to everyone. I think everything's a joke, so I'm probably quite easy to get along with.
yeah. And on the flip side, what is one thing about this industry, whether it be DJ and produce and whatever, that gives you great satisfaction? Where it's just like proper endorphin rush, where you're just like, yeah, that's good.
People singing back to you sweet tunes. I think that's the one where just like when you play a tune, regardless of you making it or whatever. Pulling the channel down when people are singing is probably my favourite.
This could be the best. This could be the best satisfaction answer we've had yet, I think, because
for me, like
you can tell you've got great satisfaction just talking about it.
Yeah, like obviously when we used to play See the Light and just like pull the channel down, that was like yes. And then the fact that I made that track as well.
That's what I was going to say. Do you get a different?
No, I just love it. Just love doing it anyway.
No, but I'm saying, see when it's one of your tunes, do you get that little bit of an extra buzz?
Probably. I think I used to do See the Light. I used to annoy me when people played See the Light and they didn't do it. I'm like, what are you doing? You're missing out.
Yeah. Some crowds don't respond to singing though. I know.
No, it's like
obvious tunes that everyone knows.
Yeah, it's like you'll do it and you're like,
okay, back up it goes.
Won't be doing that again.
Me and John were playing wherever, I can't remember where it was. And I John pulled the fader down, and he just looked at me like, I'm not singing back.
It's an horrible feeling.
Yeah. You feel like
that's my pet peeve actually when they don't sing back.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do Throwback Attack. Obviously, have you watched this on any of the episodes? No. So this is Throwback Attack with DJ Bon Lee.
DJ.
Yeah, that's for the TikTok. So when I chop it, I know where to come from. Throwback Attack. So basically, I'm gonna read you out a statement, and I just want you to tell me the first thing that comes to your head when I do it. Okay, is that all right? Don't sit and ponder on it because then it's not fair.
Yeah, TikTok haven't got the brain for that, has it?
Yeah. So here we go. What song do you think of when you think back to primary school?
He's got his whole world in his hands.
see, class. Yeah. Jesus bangers though.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. So someone put a playlist on. We were talking about it and whatnot, and it was all these tunes, like the tunes that you hadn't heard in ages, and I was like, "Shine Jesus, shine," and all. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Free LA, like fucking hell.
Yeah, some of them bangers, weren't they?
Horrible. It's horrible that they're ingrained into your head. I'll talk to you about something as well in a minute. We'll get through this. What song do you think of when you think back to secondary school?
Eminem. I don't know. Probably Real Slim Shady.
Real Slim Shady, not bad. What song do you think back of when you think back to getting your first set of decks?
First set of decks, Club Heads, Let the Party Begin, because that was one of my first vinyls.
Excellent. Not a bad tune to be for your first one. Can where you got it from and go to buy it?
Beedies. I got a few that day.
Yeah.
And I remember drawing on I think it was Pump Record. Oh no, White Label. It had every little time on it, and I can't remember what the other side. Yeah. Might have been Angel in My Heart, and I drew like a spiral. Watching it go around on deck, like shit story feel.
What song do you think of when you think back to your first days of going out?
Probably like things like You're Shining and stuff like that.
Is that what the first tune that sort of come to your head?
That's the first one that comes to my head.
Not bad.
Probably Maxime's.
What song do you think of when you think of your golden era?
Golden era? Probably See the Light.
Was it? Would you say that's your golden era? Yeah.
Yeah, but I might be saying that because we were just on about it though. But that's the first tune that come to head like that.
Okay,
I used to
that's
play that and just fine.
Yeah.
I used to hammer them every time.
Yeah.
And Cascada every time he talks Alex Carey mix. I used to play that all the time as well.
There's one I like, Cascada, and it's Piece of Heaven. Is it?
Is that not Akira? Little Piece of Heaven?
I can't remember.
Little Piece of Heaven, that one?
No.
Different one.
I'm thinking she did. I'm sure she did Piece of Heaven, and Alex Carey did a remix of it. She's actually like as cheesy as she is, a really good vocalist as well.
I played that Cascada tune. I think every set for about 18. I mean, literally every set.
She actually did so many good tunes. It's kind
I
of.
love. I do like that one as well.
Right, last one. What is your karaoke song?
I don't do karaoke, but I'll go with Wonderwall.
Wonderwall.
Yeah.
If
See in my head.
see when you've had a drink and that, you say you're quite excitable. If someone
I'm
said
not that
karaoke,
I've done karaoke once, and it was with Harry actually in a pub in Blackburn, and I did Wonderwall, and then we both did Don't Look, I think it was Don't Look Back in. No, it was Stand By Me. So, yeah.
Benny King, yeah.
That is no the Oasis.
Yeah.
So
That's a
they're
tune,
the
by
only
the way.
two tunes I've ever karaoke.
Yeah.
So they'll have to go with that.
Class. Right, I'm gonna do. This is a brand new one. I've only done this twice, I think, 3 times. Yeah, I've done it 3 times, I think. So you're one of the first to do this. This is word association. So I'm gonna just give you words. You give me a word back. There it is. This is word association with DJ Bonley. Let's do this. Bad behaviour.
See a lie.
See you later. Sanctuary.
John G.
Production.
Cubase.
Biggest influence.
Alex Kerr.
Bad records.
Greedy and Dean.
Bounce in your house.
Volume 1.
What a fucking cop out. America.
American Ben.
Yeah. Best wrestler.
Stone Cold.
Right. I get that. Right. You sat and thought about that there. When I said best wrestler, who came to your head? Honestly, Stone Cold straight away.
Yeah, not
Why did you ponder on it?
I was thinking he was my favourite wrestler. Because
Because whenever you use word association, you say it and it's like, most time it clicks. Do you know what I mean?
yeah, well, I was like, I've got that many favourite wrestlers. He's my favourite wrestler.
Yeah.
And he's probably not my favourite wrestler. That was the first one that come to my head.
Yeah. Stone Cold, business wise and like character and everything.
Yeah, just like, I think when I got back into it, I was like 12
Great.
or whatever it were, with 99 to with more 13. Like,
Yeah.
it was like, wow, this guy's going around twatting his boss. This is
Yeah.
I've never even had a job, but that sounds.
Yeah. No, I think about
I
twat
want to
teacher.
do that to their teacher. Yeah.
Yeah. Class. I love you. That's all the questions for today. I believe. Yes, that is all the questions for today. We're gonna sort of wrap it up. But is there anything that you sort of want to cover or you want to plug that we haven't talked about?
Plug.
What have you got on?
I've got promo mixes and that coming out of ears.
Yeah.
Obviously, I've done one for you. We did a bad one for Corruption Bounce, which is on 16th of December.
Yeah.
Done one for Flexing, which is on the 9th of December. So I've got that coming out. I've got a guest mix coming out for Lukey G
Yeah.
next week. I think that's coming out. So we're doing a lot of mixes at the minute. And then I've got my own. I've got a Bounce in Your House coming out. I'm aiming to get that out end of month, beginning of December.
And you said you got 4 or 5 tunes.
I've obviously done Love Commandments and Lover.
Yeah.
I'm on with another one at the minute, which I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna put that out. I'm just gonna let it go on the CD and then put it out after. And then after a few weeks of that, I'm gonna put them all out for free download.
Okay. I've got a question that I've just thought of just now. Where do you see yourself in 12 months' time? Like in within the 12-month period, right? What is your goals and what would you like to accomplish?
I'm pretty much content, really, music wise.
Yeah.
I don't want to DJ every weekend.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind doing a few other bits. Obviously, I've got Sank. I'm going to be doing the flexings. So at the minute, really, I'm looking at that and thinking, well, that's enough for me. Mm-hmm. I'd be quite happy to do that. I wouldn't mind doing a few more bits of bad, but I wouldn't mind next year getting on a few, just doing a set at a festival. I'd be quite happy with that. You know, they do look sick. I think I said that last time, didn't I?
Yeah.
You know?
We've got a I think there's an issue out there, right? And don't no, I'm just going to draw the line here as well. This is not Bond's opinion. This is my opinion. So if it comes out and you feel like you need to give somebody the stick,
I'll give you your number.
This is on me entirely, right? There's a lot of artists in this scene who need justification and gratification for what they do, and the fact that people like Bad, said DBB before, and there's producers out. People like Kenny Hayes. Kenny Hayes, right, is producing 70% of bounce music that's getting played out there right now, right? Why these aren't headliners on the festivals, on the bigger events? Fitzy and Ross, right? And I feel bad for saying this because this isn't a shot directly. I just find it, as an outsider looking in, bizarre. How Fitzy and Rossi B or Bad Behaviour haven't headlined a BTID, I think is bizarre.
Well, they've got their own. It's like
they've got their own.
They've got their own thing. They don't need to, do they?
No, but they don't. But that being said, and this, I'm not looking. I'm not agreeing.
Actually, headline Restricted Forest about 5 years ago. Actually, Fitzy Rossi versus Bad Behaviour.
Yeah, I can remember that. Yeah.
That was one of me. That's my favourite set of all time. I think that.
Do you think so?
Yeah, it was just such a buzz.
Yeah.
Like 4 of us was just like it was just a.
We covered it on the last podcast. I think we talked about it, didn't we? Yeah.
But
but we can. It was if it's good.
That's my favourite ever set. That easy.
Right. But and I feel like this isn't. Don't take this as a shot at BTID because it's not. It's because BTID are the premier event. I think, and that's a compliment as well.
The thing is, like that BTID crowd, like who remembers Bad Behaviour now? I don't think a lot of that new crowd. Like,
you're talking as if you're a nostalgic, mate, but you know.
We are because we don't. Bad Behaviour anymore. Anyway,
no, but you're as bad. Then you're actively putting music out now, right? And it's good. It's not shit, right? You've got a following, right? Yeah. And I feel I'll use other examples as well. There is other events out there and I'm not saying that, like, there is bigger festivals out there who's booking bounce artists and whatnot for the likes of who have rhymed off. Here's another one, Groove Control, right? Groove Control's another example that he's headliner status in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
Charlie's another one. Charlie gets his BTID gig, right?
Phil, I used to.
He does, yeah. But the fact is, why is all the other bounce nights? Because I seen someone write today, who I'm gonna say his name, but because it's in a public forum, so don't mind. I think it was a guy called Mike Olive wrote. There's too many bounce nights go out there, right? If there's too many bounce nights going out there, why is it that fucking the likes of Phil, the likes of Charlie should be headlining these smaller nights? Because do you know where I'm coming from? Yeah, I feel like I'm being a wanker, but I'm not.
I think what you're saying is, like, obviously BTRD have got all them are all worthy headliners.
Yeah.
So they should be headlining the smaller ones.
Exactly.
To put them, and that's sort of like the Champions League.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I get what you're saying with that.
And it is.
We don't even get to.
Yeah, exactly.
Headline the smaller one.
But my thing is, though, how good would it be to have even Kenny doing his Starman thing, right? Headlining an event, a smaller event.
Yeah.
It makes sense. The guy makes 70% of the music out there.
Well, yeah, if anyone deserves it.
Yeah, if anyone deserves it, it's Kenny.
I think for Kenny, though, he's making the tracks for people, so they get the bookings. That's the whole point. Not the whole point. To get music out there as well, obviously, but there's DJs like yourself. That's why they're going to him, so they can get booked. So
exactly, there's DJs like yourself who've been around a long time. They don't have the skill you have to make a tune. They're going to Kenny going, well, this is another reason why to book me because I'm making bangers. Do you know what I mean? And I just think sometimes it's criminal that, and I'm not saying I deserve this in any. I'm looking at this purely from an outsider's perspective, looking in. Do I think I deserve more? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Sometimes I've done them much lately. I like to think I'm consistent enough where I'm at least in the conversation, but I'm talking for these guys who I think have got a reputation. They've got the content of music, and they carry themselves well enough that they should be headlining these smaller events and even getting main stage at places like BTID. And I just want to reiterate the fact of I'm not shitting on BTID. I'm using them as an example because they are the pinnacle of bounce music.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like, do you know where I'm coming
that's
from?
one thing I would like to do. That I'd be quite happy if I got a BTID booking.
Yeah.
I think I've pretty much played through every brand there is in bounce.
Yeah.
I think the only ones I've not played for frequency, but I suppose I have if you count Sanctuary versus Frequency. I'm still playing for a minute.
Yeah.
Antidote and probably BTRD. I think everyone else I've played for really over the years. I'm going to play for Antidote next month, so
Yeah.
I think I'd like a BTRD. There's two things I'd like to do: a festival or like a BTRD or like peer on peer. I'd love to do that.
Have you never done peer on peer?
No, I'd love like when we went on this year the classic stage. I was like, I fucking love to do this. It's fucking looks banging. That and I'd like to party. I'd like to do a ball party, mate.
Okay.
Just I'd love to do that. It's sun top off.
Let's
see. I'd buzz off doing that.
I've never done Antidote. But then again, I wouldn't have never. This is what I mean. I'm not one of these people who go, I need to be on every event.
Yeah.
I know that my style, what I do, I can adapt to that style, but it's not. I'm not booked for that because it's not my style.
They're not going to come running for you because
I'm mates with Carl. I'm mates with Rome and Easy and all of them. I talk to them very regularly, but I don't expect a booking from them. And I'm using Antidote as another example. There's other brands out there there's a million different other brands out there, and I know that my style would fit in certain areas, and I'm thinking I'd love to play here, I'd love to play there or whatever. I think I've played most places that I think I'd like to.
See, I've got a style, but I've been very adaptable to what time I get put on or what brand I'm on. Like I can play it hard if I want to.
Yeah.
Don't really like doing it that much.
Yeah, that's my
I
thing.
think you get a better reaction off vocals, but sometimes you got someone they want it hard, but even that they get that stomping reaction. That's the reaction you want still, isn't it? I'm adaptable, but I've obviously got my own style. But you could put me on at any time, and I'll adapt to that. And if I've got put on a classics, now obviously I'm gonna play classics. Obviously that'd be just stupid not to. But if I've got put on a hard night, then I won't expect to be going there playing loads of gay singing shit. I'd play harder stuff.
I have played harder in the past, don't get me wrong. A lot of my style a while back was based around the harder stuff. I remember playing, like you were saying about a buzz, for me the biggest buzz when you're DJing is them singing back to you. That is not even dropping the fader, just them singing the tune. The
reaction you want.
Yeah.
I think all the past few years I think I would know for being really cheesy. I think I've come off that really, really cheesy. I listen to some tunes that I think I'm not going to play that.
Mm-hmm.
I still like vocal stuff, but it's a bit more tougher, bouncier vocal stuff than I used to. Like I did go through a bit of a cheesy stage, which I've stopped now.
But there is a weird reaction when you play hard stuff, right? And don't get me wrong, I do like hard stuff. I remember playing in Spain. I remember I played like a hard bass tune. It's one I actually like as well. It's a belter. I'll show you it in a minute. And it dropped, and it's not like the sing along reaction you get when it kicked in. Right, I felt like one person. I can just vaguely remember it was on the right hand side, and he went ooh, and then all of a sudden, the whole like you just heard the ooh, right, everyone because he done it. Everyone else did.
Bass face.
Yeah, and that's like a different whole different reaction.
It's the same reaction in that for that thing. Yeah.
I listen to a whole range of music. I listen to stuff that people think isn't music. Like I listen to like Gabba, and I listen to a lot of harder stuff, like really industrial style stuff, raw style. I'm a massive fan of that. So it's not that I don't like hard music. I just like, and this is a shot at these Spanish producers who aren't very good. I like well produced music.
That's the thing with harder music.
Yeah, it needs to be well produced. Yeah,
it's not produced. I like well produced music.
Yeah.
So some of the harder stuff is just really. It can be crap.
Tinny and bassless and
that's for me. If it's something's well produced, it's a good tune. But sometimes that harder music, if it's too well produced, it sounds too. It's not raw enough sometimes as well. There's
a balance, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely with harder music.
I found that as well. That sometimes, right? This is
all the process sometimes.
I found that when I go, oh my god, the production I've done on this tune is phenomenal, right? And I've had to go back and it's like rub a bit of mud on it Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like there's been times when I'm like, and I think
it sounds too computerized and stuff.
I wouldn't even say computerized. It just sounds too clean.
Yeah,
just because it's like because bounce is a bit of a, like I say, mongrel genre, and it's like it needs, like, I remember this was extremely recent as well. It was I'd sent a loop over to John, and I said, listen, I'm gonna have to fucking change this because I'd side chained the percussion, and I had like everything sounding just too polished. It needed to be a bit more raw, and I think that's why Manic's done really well with reactions to tracks, because I've polished them up and I've had to like pull back on a bit of some of it, and it's had to be a bit more raw, and there's a fine line, isn't there?
Yeah, definitely.
Because I do think some of the stuff that I did before sounded cleaner, but
I've always thought your stuff was quite clean. Yeah.
it didn't get the reaction with that. And with that said, we're going to tie up today. Obviously, you plugged where you're going. He's on you can get on the Bad on the Spotify. You can Bon Lee's on Spotify. The SoundClouds, but again, both
YouTube. Get on YouTube.
Oh, he loves the YouTube.
Yeah,
crack at the minute.
Watching YouTube and get them minutes up so we can start getting paid for it, please.
Listen, I'm going to say one thing before we go. If he pulled his finger out and put the videos up that he was gonna, do you know something? He'd probably be at 1,000 subscribers and have all these. I'd have these minutes put in at the minute.
We've got the subs.
Yeah, you've got to have the content. You've got to have the content. Yeah, see what I mean? I put out like 2 hours of a week of this, and it's like I got to the minutes quite easily. Yeah, it's 1,000 subs because I started a brand new thing.
I got the 1,000 subs. But like we didn't have the minutes, but then I started just putting mixes on it. It's jumped up, but I've just been very lazy.
If you put that footage out there, I was doing all the angles and everything for you.
I was just going to put the full set out. You know,
you
just with the
audio.
you
did it with the
because it was just in one place. Yeah. But you're very wobbly with the camera.
Am I?
Yeah, you want it like that. Because that's why we're going to get clips. So yeah, it's your fault.
There we go. At least we got there in the end. There, do you know what I mean?
He's not a very good cameraman.
Yes. I think Carl said that to me as well. I was recording a video of John playing one of the new Manic tunes, and he went, mate, your recording's terrible.
But like you can put like I think what's it called, warp stabilizer on Premiere Pro. But like this is truth as well. Like I tried to do it across the whole video and it just kept fucking up. It gets to like 90%, it fuck up. So yeah, that's why.
There you go.
So that's why I'm going to do separate vids. So
this is why he hasn't got his minutes on YouTube, because of me. I've sabotaged it.
Yeah,
right.
We're not happy.
I just want to say thank you to those who've watched this and made it through. This is just my personal preference. I enjoy these podcasts more where we just have a conversation and you listen. It's not, you're not here going A to B to C with your story. We've just talked and covered.
I didn't have a clue what we were going to talk about to be fair. So
yeah, and do you know something? I love it when return guests come on, because I've got to find out a little bit more about some of the stuff that I wanted to dig into with his last podcast, and at the same time we've just got to talk opinions. We've got to talk about views on stuff, and I think it works really well in my opinion. I prefer this because it feels like a better conversation. What you should do is let me know in the comments. Fucking hell, a fireworks just went off outside.
I thought it was a gun.
It is bonfire night, so you know
someone's after me.
But yeah, let me know in the comments, what do you prefer? Do you like this style conversation, or do you like the long form of starting from, and I will do it with everyone, by the way. If you're a new guest and you come on, I will start off at where did it all begin and go through, because you need that to be able to talk about the rest. But I like the return guests coming on and we just riff. I think it works much better. I just want to say thanks for coming on, mate. It's been fantastic as usual. I'm going to say this. It's Time to Refresh. Manic and Friends was brilliant, because this comes out after the fact.
Sick night. that mix you did was sick.
Yeah, that new tune went down well as well. But yeah, I just want to say thanks.
Guns are out again.
Just want to say thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this, you can support us and support the full podcast on Patreon at patreon.com/itstimetoriffresh. The Patreons are slowly creeping up. It took a long time for people to realise that this isn't just like, so why should I pay to watch this? It's not. It pays to support the cause of it, and like it pays for the equipment upgrades. It pays for
the electric.
It pays for the electric. Yeah, it pays for the electric as well. It pays for the travel going to and from different places. Obviously, we're in the studio today, but I'm not always in the studio. We were going to record at Wembley, but we never. It was too late. We didn't get back until half 1 in the morning.
I'd had a few beers as well. That would have been a bad idea. I'd be like, edit.
No, we were rowdy as well. We were singing I think I lost my voice. I wouldn't have been on recording.
That would have been a good idea.
It was such a sick time.
When we got back to the hotel, I was just like, I'm going to sleep now.
Yeah,
I know. My bedtime.
But yeah, if you that's what the Patreon's for. And I've noticed that there was like the OGs who subscribed straight away. They were sound. But the ones who watch every episode and the straight in my inbox after every episode going, I like this, I didn't like this. It took a long time for them people to be like, do you know what, I'm going to subscribe now because I can see why there's a Patreon behind it. It's not just give me money. It's the fact of...
It's time, innit, as well. You're putting out content for people.
Yeah, well, you've seen yourself how busy I am with shit. But... Yeah, and as well, you don't need to subscribe to the Patreon, even though I've just waffled on saying that. Just share it, because you sharing the video and it reaching your ears, it's more than enough for me. And yeah, if you've enjoyed it and you think someone else will, then go and share it. Nice one. I'll see you again next week. How was that?
Bye, guys. Yeah.